Hey you guys, it's me, Ashley. In today's video, I'm gonna show you guys some of my favorites. I don't want to say over the month of like September. I wanted to make a September favorites, but it's like damn near halfway through October. So, but I've seen people posting these September favorites still, so we're just gonna go with it, okay? So, if you guys want to see what my favorites have been over the last month and a half, then just keep watching. Yeah. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about, it's a brush, and it is by IT Cosmetics, and it is their Love the Foundation brush. It's dirty because I use it. I saw it in a video by Kathleen Lights. I like to watch favorites videos, and I watched hers, and then I saw that she raved about this brush, and for good reason. It's not, I mean, it's dense, but it's not as dense as, say, a Sigma foundation brush, you know, so it's not, you wouldn't think that it would buff out foundation really well, but it really does. It's really soft. It's just a really great brush. It doesn't feel heavy. It actually feels kind of cheap, like it's plasticky, but it's a really good brush, so I would recommend this. It is their breast cancer awareness brush. I don't have to go back over my foundation with a blender or anything. I love this brush. So the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is the Fenty Beauty lip gloss. It is the color Fenty Glow. It is the only one that they had at the time. You know, it was with their very first launch. I know they're coming out with some new ones for holiday, but none of those interest me. But this one is beautiful. I'm wearing it today under another one of my favorites, which is the Buxom Beauty Plump Lip Liner in the color Undercover. I love this combo together. The Buxom is kind of dark. This is, you know, it's a nude gloss. The smell of it is amazing, but I love the combo together, which is what I have on my lips today. Another favorite of mine are the IT Cosmetic moisturizers. I have these two and the Confidence in a Cream, the Confidence in an Eye Cream. I use the four of them every day, every single day. I have noticed such a difference in my skin. I usually got, you know, whiteheads around my nose where I can feel them. Like if I run my finger up and down my nose, I could feel the little tiny bumps. But recently, not at all. Since I've really been paying attention to my skincare, I just don't have that at all. So that's really great. I'm really happy about that. So a few more brushes that I wanted to mention are the Sephora Pro Foundation brush, which I use for contour. Like, look at that sharp edge right there. You can just get right in that cheekbone and get that line and then blend it straight up. I absolutely love this brush for contour. The same with this one, which is the Real Techniques contour brush. I think I've showed you guys this in a video before, my how to contour video, and I just kind of flatten it out so that you get that sharp edge, whereas this one already has a sharp edge. So I love the both of these. And I need to tell you guys something. When I first started getting super into makeup, I did not contour. I would bronze, you know, highlight, barely blush, but I never contoured. And my sister would always try to talk me into contouring my face, or letting her contour my face. Airplane. And I just never, I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't like it. I don't think it looks right. And then I started doing it. And now I just want to shout out to my sister because she talked me into doing it. And so shout out to you, Alexis. Here you go. I love you. 3 more brushes that I want to talk about are all, well, 2 of them are from Sephora. I have the Tapered Crease brush, and I have the Pro Shader, which is like a little small shader brush. It's really good for detail. It's not super tiny, but it is pretty tiny. It's not like smudge brush tiny, but it's still super small, and I really like them. It's good for getting in those inner corners or for packing on color, like for a cut crease. And then the blending brush is so soft. Like, it's softer than my MAC brush. And then my last brush I want to talk about is the MAC 213. I have been loving this. Prior to me using this one, I used the 242, which is like a super flat shader, and it was good. You know, it works good for lid colors, but this one is thicker, it's a lot denser, and it picks up a lot more color, and it packs it on really well. It holds on to the color. My next favorite that I want to tell you guys about is the Too Faced and Kandee Johnson Banana Pudding Powder. I use this every day. It is probably the best under eye powder that I have. I use it to set my concealer every time I put on makeup. It brightens. It is really yellow, but once you get the rest of your makeup done, it's not as yellow. You know, when I first put it on, I'm like, whoa, is that gonna really look okay? But then once I set the rest of my face, contour, bronze, whatever, you just really can't tell how yellow this is. And I'm pretty fair, you know, like I'm shade 150 in the Fenty foundation, and you know their shade range is huge, so 150 is pretty fair. So this is a really great powder. It smells heavenly, but the scent does not linger, so you're not gonna get a headache from having that banana scent in your nose all day. I recommend this if you haven't tried it. It is a really great setting powder. I have two palettes that I want to talk about today. The first I mentioned in my last favorites video. It is still a favorite, the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette. This palette really is great. It gets a lot of hate, but I think it gets a lot of hate because, you know, Jaclyn's really controversial, but this palette is so good. And if you could look past Morphe and look past Jaclyn and just use the palette as an eyeshadow palette, regardless of the name that's on it, it is such a good palette. I mean, people just hate it because of who's on it, you know, and that sucks, and I guess she kind of brought it on herself, but the makeup speaks for itself, and this is a really great palette. I've never tried anything else from Morphe, so I can't speak to how it compares to anything like that, but I do know that I've tried a lot of palettes, anywhere from Maybelline to Too Faced to Urban Decay. This is a really great palette, and I definitely recommend this. The second palette I definitely recommend is the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. It is what I'm wearing on my eyes today. I've posted a look with this palette on Instagram. I've worn this palette pretty much every day since I got it. The colors in here are gorgeous. The palette is just beautiful. I mean, you could tell it's very loved. The only color that is in here that it kind of surprised me a little is Retrograde, which is right here. When I looked at it in pictures, I thought it was, you know, a shimmery blue shade, which is what it looks like right now under the lights, but then you kind of turn it and you see that red, and that's what really shows up, as you can probably tell. For me, looking at it in the palette, I just want to like smoke out the red shadows and then add Retrograde to it, which is what I did today. And I used some orange, but then I added purple so that it kind of tied in the blue, you know, and to me, it just makes it look better. But regardless, every color in that palette is beautiful. I've used every single one of them, which is not something that I usually do. I usually will get a palette, use maybe 3/4 of the colors, and then the other fourth just kind of goes to waste, you know? But those two palettes are my ride or dies right now. I haven't used another palette since I got them, and I just really love them. A couple of more like skincare, hair care, mouth care things that I want to talk about. This Confidence in a Cleanser. I use this every single day. I have kind of dry combination skin, and I feel like this makes a big difference along with all of my other moisturizers. This is a really great cleanser. I don't use it to remove my makeup, obviously, because it's not a makeup remover, but I remove all my makeup, and then I use this to clean my face. Skin on my face has just been in really great condition recently, and I am owing it all to my skincare. Some hair products that I've really been loving are the Honest Beauty Beyond Hydrated Moisture Milk and the Detox Dry Shampoo. Okay, you guys, I usually put like 4 or 5 different products in my hair because my hair is pretty damaged because it is bleached. I have almost black hair naturally. This replaces all my products with one. This stuff, I mean, I only put this in my hair, and it's like I used all of those other products in my hair. It's just crazy, and it's amazing, honestly. The other thing, the dry shampoo, I didn't really use it a lot at first because I just am not really into dry shampoos. I just feel like they make my hair sticky and way too textured, and I just don't like it. This, I love it. It doesn't make my, well, I mean, you know how if you can use some dry shampoos and then you can like, I don't know how to explain it. It just makes my hair feel really hard and really oily, and I know that's not what it's supposed to do, but others do that. This doesn't. It really does make my hair look and feel like it's freshly washed, and I can brush through it and it still feels like my hair is freshly washed. So this I would recommend. I really like it, and it is worth it. I know I'm kind of all over the place, but I'm just bouncing back and forth as to what I look at, you know. Another favorite of mine is the Fenty Beauty highlighter, the Killawatt highlighter in Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. It is very well loved. I use it. It looks so crazy. That's because I accidentally dug my nail into Fire Crystal here, but I use it on my inner corners, I use it on my brow bone, I use it as a highlight, and I absolutely love it. So if you haven't tried her highlighters yet, you definitely should, because they are all beautiful and they all work really well from what I've been able to tell from other videos, from swatching it in stores. So yeah, if you haven't tried it, you should. The last thing I'm going to talk to you guys about, I actually have a video on this. It is the Carbon Coco natural teeth whitening and toothpaste, and it is charcoal, and what you do is you dip your toothbrush in, you brush your teeth, it turns your whole mouth black. It looks absolutely disgusting, but it works, you guys. I'm a really big coffee drinker. I have to have my caffeine, you know. I don't smoke or anything, so I don't have those stains. I can only attest to like coffee and food and, you know, those types of stains. But I always had stains like in between my teeth where my teeth meet. And, you know, no matter what I did, whitening strips, anything else, nothing ever helped with it until I started using this. It has evened out the tone of my teeth. They always look white. I like to use it at night because sometimes it'll leave like little traces in your gum line, so I use it at night, and then after I brush my teeth, you know, I go to bed, in the morning I'll have a little bit of the charcoal stuff still around my gum line, and then I just brush my teeth in the morning and it's gone, and then my teeth look beautiful. It just works. I just couldn't recommend it enough. Just like everything else I've shown you guys today, I couldn't recommend them enough. So one more thing I want to show you guys are the Pure Lashes, okay? I watched this YouTuber, her name is Samantha March. I will link her down below. Not that she needs it, but I will, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. She ranted and, well, not ranted, but she raved and just talked so highly of the Pure Lashes that I really wanted to try them, and I'm so glad I did, because these quickly, like that, became my very favorite lashes. I've only tried 3 styles. I don't know how many styles they have, but my favorite out of the 3, which I love them all, but my absolute favorites out of the 3 are the Socialites, which are these, and the Bombshell ones, which are like the same kind of tapered lash like these are, but they get really big at the end. They're like kind of like the same style as these, but they're huge, and those are what I'm wearing today. I guess I just need to at you, but yeah, they're really beautiful. They are not like hard bands. The bands are really bendable, you know. They're really easy to fit your eye shape, and or at least my eye shape, and I mean, from what I can tell, they're just really wonderful lashes. They are cruelty-free and vegan silk lashes, and they're really beautiful. They're beautiful in the packaging. They're beautiful on your eyes, so I would definitely recommend those. So yeah, that is it for all of my favorites for the month of September and well into October. I hope you guys are having a wonderful fall so far. Is there anything that you saw that you are really interested in, or have you tried anything already? Do you like it? Let me know. I'm really curious. I really do love these products enough to where I decided to sit down and film and post a favorites video for September well into October. So yeah. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. I would highly appreciate it. It would help me out so much. And if you're not already subscribed, subscribe to my channel with your notifications on so you don't miss anything from me in the future. Go ahead and follow me on all of my social media. They will be linked down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.